Consolidated Augusta and Richmond County has a new mayor, and we wish him well. But before the county and city joined governments 20 years ago, the city had its own mayor for almost a century and a half. There were many men in that group, and many will tell you the best one was the last. Charles A. DeVaney was a young Augusta city councilman in the early 1980s when he took over when then Mayor Ed McIntyre was convicted of bribery and extortion. Tall, eloquent, musically talented, DeVaney would be re-elected mayor 4 times, leaving office on the day the consolidation of Augusta and Richmond County became official. He died in 2007 from a heart ailment while returning from a trip where he had picked up a large donation for the Southeastern Firefighters Burn Foundation, an organization he was directing at the time. Most Augustans remembered Charles DeVaney as a scholar, a friend, a statesman. Former Mayor Bob Young said the most visible elements of the legacy are the Riverwalk and the Augusta Riverfront Center, which includes the hotel, conference center, office building that was partially funded with federal grants during DeVaney's tenure. The Port Royal Tower, Artists Row, the city marina and boathouse, and the trees on Broad Street and Walton Way were projects completed during DeVaney's office. The historic preservation ordinances for the Bethlehem neighborhood and Somerville were adopted to protect those neighborhoods while Charles was mayor, Young said. There's so much to see that Charles had a hand in. Things weren't perfect for DeVaney, however. The city was having trouble financially. The handwriting was on the wall, and to consolidate services, the city and the county had to join up. But when his political service ended, a very active and commendable time in public service began for Charles DeVaney. DeVaney showed us all that you don't have to have the power of a political office to do good things, make a difference, or bring about change. And while his work now remains for others to carry on, Mr. DeVaney has already shown us all a way to do it. Charles DeVaney left Augusta many things, and one of them was a mystery. The last mayor of the city of Augusta is not buried in the city of Augusta. He's not buried in Richmond County. He's not even buried in Georgia. He's buried in Sunset Hill Cemetery in North Augusta, South Carolina. Why? Well, I am told it was his mother's decision. She was still alive when he passed away, and while Charles DeVaney may have been devoted to Augusta, his mother was devoted to him. You also might notice that they died on the same day a year apart. Well, that's okay. His monument might be here, but his legacy is across the river.
Look around you, because whether you believe it or not, we are indeed in Augusta, Georgia. We no longer look to other communities to set the example. Today, we are setting the pace, and other cities are looking to us as a leader. A few years ago, it would have been very easy to write off our downtown, and in fact, many people did. But instead, we rolled up our sleeves and we began work. And yes, there were some doubters, but I think we have made believers out of the most skeptical.